Of course. Something had to fuck up. What up, y'all? Crazy here. Welcome to the Crazy House. Yeah, just my luck that something would fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it goes without saying. And what the hell is up with this fucking lighting? I'm sorry. I'm a big perfectionist when it concerns shit. So like, I'm seeing this lighting and it's just this is subpar. But I do have to apologize, I guess, because you know, um, I'm kind of a perfectionist in this shit, and I'm just like, ugh, in this. No, no, not now. I'm really feeling my age. No, let's go back to this white balance. No, like what we need is we need something that's a little bit less. I know I'm glowing, and and I think part of it is because of the lighting here, and it's so used to the way that the lights are when they're above me, and I don't know how to fix that. So I guess we're just gonna have to make do with what I got, or unless I could. Whoa, that's even brighter. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. There, that's much better. Okay, so I had to decrease my compensation. You know what I mean? My compensation. Might as well turn the noise reduction off. Okay, so welcome to the Crazy House. I'm Crazy McCormick. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I had to fucking throw this in there.
This is Doug Walker. You're watching the Crazy House, Crazy McCormick.
Thank you, Nostalgia Critic, for that. I forgot to play that at the very beginning, but it's kind of been a rush job. My whole week has just been non fucking stop. And what I mean by that is like wake up, take my daughter to work, Grubhub, take a nap, go to work, go home, go to sleep. Wash, rinse, repeat Monday to Friday. I've been busting my fucking ass all week long. And then yesterday, I was up from 7 in the morning until 11 o'clock at night, nonstop grub hubbing. Made $300. So, oh yeah, and that reminds me, I need to switch over my cash so that way nothing gets sent over to a different bank and then I don't get my money. But all of this money is supposed to be going towards DCG Con and all of that other shit. I plan on getting my tickets tomorrow with one of the mini credit cards that I've had paid off. The fucking snow was not that bad. I mean, it snowed last night, but like I live in the Grand Rapids area, and I think the worst of it when it started to snow for me, I had to drive to some boony area, so like some fucking house out in the woods, and it doesn't help the fact that there's like some weird film that's on the inside of my windshield wiper, inside of my windshield, so it makes it difficult to see at night. I gotta wash that off. Uh, but nevertheless, I was able to get it done and I was able to get shit taken care of and all of that other stuff. The hustle and the bustle has been very, very strong for me. And I know that this is something that some people made mention in a comment last week that no one gives a shit. I don't care. I don't give a shit if people don't give a shit because people are watching either way. So fuck you if you think that this is a negative stance. You don't have to watch. That's just how it is. This is how I open up every fucking show. I talk about myself because I'm a self-centered son of a bitch, and I enjoy the attention. Sorry, not sorry. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention like one of the homies fucking hooked me up with a $10 super chat last week, so I was actually very happy about that. You gross bastard, by the way. Yes, I'm going to keep that alive. I'm going to try to keep that alive as best as I can. So let's see. I have like one last minute video that I wanted to download, so I need to move shit around for that. So that way we can have that added on to the show. It's going to be I think, yeah, this last video that I downloaded is going to be kind of like an in-between thing so we can talk about some whatever the fuck. So I'm gonna so aside from work, I actually had to talk about something um, that I probably haven't talked about in a very long time. I make mention every once in a while of haters and stuff like that, people who have been busting my chops for like the last 7 years or so. And I usually don't fucking give names. I usually don't fucking bring up the names because I really don't want to highlight some of these people. But for this consideration, I feel like I kind of have to because one of my homies and I were talking, and he was like, "Have you noticed that a lot of the people who used to hate on us have kind of just like dissipated? They've disappeared. They've gone. Like one in particular, you know, one in particular just absolutely fucking disappeared." And so for some of you guys who are in the chat, I know that you guys in the chat um, will recognize this voice when I fucking play this video, and you'll know exactly who the hell it is that I'm talking about. You guys ready? You guys ready for this shit? I'll wait. I'll wait for a response from anybody in the chat as I open up this here beverage and see if anybody actually makes a response. Are you guys ready? Okay, Dragon Slayer's ready. All right, here comes the voice.
And by the way, I just want to say, fuck Crazy McCormick. Whack as fuck. You think you're not, so hey, you think you're so great. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah. Who can guess that fucking illustrious voice? Go ahead, fucking say it in the chat. Maybe if we say his name 5 times and touch the fucking screen, he might just reappear. Not in this chat because I think I had his ass blocked. But yeah, that's exactly who it is that I was talking about. Like I'm gonna replay the clip. So like I got this clip a minute, like a long time ago. I think I got this clip in September of last year. So I'm gonna play it again.
And by the way, I just want to say, fuck Crazy McCormick.
Which this came out, like from what I saw, like I got the link to this fucking live stream that he did back in September, and they were like, they gave me a timestamp of when this came out. This particular fucking piece of the live stream, in and of itself, like just came completely out of nowhere. Like he wasn't even talking about me. He wasn't talking about really anybody. I think he was talking about football at the time. And like or whatever fucking sport that he was, hubbubbing about at the time. And then just out of nowhere, he says this. Like he literally fucking says this fucking phrase, just like as if I'm relevant to fucking whatever shit he was talking about.
And by the way, I just want to say, fuck Crazy McCormick. Whack as fuck.
Now, in between this and then you'll see a cut, right? Right, like right there. Like he has that cut. I don't know if he had to take a breather after that or if he had to take a drink of fucking, Coors or Miller Lite or whatever the fuck he was drinking that night. Some beer. And then after that, he finishes it up with this.
You think you're not, so hey, you think you're so great. I don't know why. I don't know why.
The absolute confusion in this man's fucking face, right? Just the fact that he fucking says this. He's like, you think you're great, but I don't know why. I'll tell you why, motherfucker. It's called confidence. I have confidence and confidence in me. That's basically what it is. Despite what you see, I have confidence in me. And yes, I'm quoting fucking Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music. Despite what you see, I have confidence in me. Self-confidence versus drunken schlub who doesn't even fucking have any merit to whatever it is that he's doing on YouTube. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because of the fact, and to be totally honest, like I totally forgot that he existed as well until one of my boys fucking hits me up in a group chat. And he's just like, has anybody noticed that these motherfuckers have not been around lately? Like, I guess from what I found out, like he lost one of his channels, and then he had his Mr. Consistent channel that I don't fucking give a fuck about. I only know that he had a backup channel called Mr. Consistent, and then that got canceled too. And I guess like at some point, like I think it was like a month ago or 2 months ago, he did an episode of his program on Studio 17, and nobody has heard from him since. Like I have not heard about him. I have not heard about his friends. I have, like all of his friends. And the homie ended up making a good case in asking the question: Did he finally did he finally fucking grow up and realize that nobody gives a shit about a drunken miscreant that fucking all he does is just ramble on about the same shit that has, about the same shit and the same people that he's involved himself with being hated, hating on for like the last 5, 6, 7 fucking years? Has he fucking figured it out finally? Or did he fucking like it makes me wonder, you know what I'm saying? His last channel lasted a week before YouTube terminated it. Wow. Okay. Now to be perfectly honest, John Miller the Killer with that $5 super chat. Let's get a little gross up in here. You are the one that I was talking about, you gross son of a bitch. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much love to you, homie. You know what? If you see that in the chat, shoot those likes to that motherfucker. I appreciate this motherfucking John Miller. John Miller is the homie, and as of right now, king of the super chat. See, like it's interesting to me because I have not heard about this. I have not heard from this dude in forever. Like I have him blocked on Facebook. I have him blocked on Instagram. I have him blocked on YouTube. And then he changed his Mr. Consistent channel, and that only lasted a week. And it makes me wonder, has Mr. Consistent decided to be inconsistent and finally fucking give up? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it's not just you. Dragon Slayer. I understand, like, Dragon Slayer, I know that he talked about you a lot. He brought me up a lot, and he brought up CPN a lot. And there's like a whole bunch of other people in the cast that he has brought up non-stop. That's his consistency right there, is he consistently would talk about old drama and everybody else moved on. Like, even people surrounding him pretty much fucking moved on. Like all of his fucking homies, including Madness, including myself. I looked at this dude and I was just like, I have to do the same fucking thing that I have to do when it concerns Big Will. Or like, I mean, not just Big Will, but also I have to do the same thing that I have to do with Boy Blue. I basically have to fucking cut him off. And I have absolutely no interest in anything that these people do. Like I said last week, like there are certain groups of people that I just don't want any fucking involvement in. However, like with this type of stuff, like he's also been removed from Studio 17 since he's a risk, apparently. No beef there, just privileges changed a bit. And that I understand, if he's not, because like he's a fucking drunken wild card, and whenever he's on Studio 17, they do run the risk of losing monetization on that channel or anything else in that involvement. And I don't want to fucking I don't want to really harp on this for very long, but it was just one of those things that the homie ended, one of my homies ended up fucking asking the question, is like, has anybody noticed that? Like, everybody else that's in his group, like, the only person that is around out of everybody that he's involved himself with, And I'll go through the fucking names, Lord Zero, Lord Zero, Violent George, Siznak, Fat Jesus. A lot of these guys kind of just stopped fucking showing up on social media. And the only times that they would still show up sparingly, but even Fat Jesus. I remember seeing a live stream where Fat Jesus would show up, KJ Riddle being another one. But like I saw Fat Jesus actually pop up at one point, and I'm sure that Fat Jesus still has his fucking qualms with me and some other people. But he made a good point when he went on Big Will's fucking channel, and he ended up saying, "You're still fucking doing this. Like you're still coming up on here and talking shit about the same fucking people." It's like Fat Jesus doesn't fucking come up on streams like he did. They made a point in saying that it was a lot easier when COVID was around. Nobody had anything to do. We had the live streams to keep our fucking sanity and to get together and talk shit publicly. But it was like ever since COVID started to slow down and people started getting the flu again, this dude still, this dude was at it for another couple of years. And it caused a lot of other interesting fucking events like the Help Me Nitty, him getting his ass beat by fucking Wolf. Flannel moved on. Flannel's another one that moved on. I didn't see Licks around very much. Even fucking let's see what's his name? Fuck. Hey, yeah. Spooky Tuesday. Spooky Tuesday stopped fucking frequenting Big Will's fucking shit. He started hanging out with the Unbreaded podcast. And he started doing that stuff a little bit more often. I don't know a whole lot of other people. Like I know of some, like the Scientist. I haven't heard anything about that dude or anything like that. and also like even fucking Brooklyn Menace is sparingly fucking shows up. He's on his own. He's doing his own thing. He still owns the rights to Studio 17 and all that. But like Studio 17 ended up becoming like a hub thing for everybody. That's how Studio 17 started. But like Brooklyn Menace, he's doing his own thing. The last time I talked to him was on an episode of Tales from the Lotus podcast a couple months ago. He was in the chat, I was on panel, and I was like, dude, from seeing the stuff that you do, like I'm happy to see that you are moving forward, you're doing your own thing, and I can't be happier for him. I wish that man nothing but the best of success. When it concerns this dude, him losing his fucking channel, he might open up a new one. Who the fuck is to say whether or not anybody's going to even notice? Like, obviously I haven't because I don't give a shit. Now like that's another one of those things where it's just like, okay, one of the things that I would say that I don't give a shit about is that. I'm going to play this again because I still find it incredibly comical. Just the fact that he fucking says this. So let's say this again.
And by the way, I just want to say, fuck Crazy McCormick. Whack as fuck. You think you're not, so hey, you think you're so great. I don't know why. I don't know why.
There is no reason why. I'm just the shit. All right. But not, but also at the same time, I talk to people, I give people information. I'm that I have I become that dad figure here in the YouTube Juggalo community, not just by age, but also the fact that I've been around as long as I have been, and stuff like the knowledge that I have of the Juggalo, culture and all of that shit, experiences that I've had. I love to share those type of things with people sometimes. Now, I do have one more thing that I needed to add, because like I said, this person's gone and I don't care. Okay, so unfortunately I didn't have a fucking photo or anything like that prepared for the next one, I guess I should say. Here, I'll try to see if I can squeak one by real fucking quick, if I can. Okay, so yep, I'm able to do this really fucking fast. So give me a hot second. I'll get that taken care of. So another thing that I have to add into this is a fucking staple. It's probably gonna piss people off the fact that I'm about to say what I'm about to fucking say, but I have to, in a way, it's kind of news in the in the YouTube community. Okay, so I'm mentally preparing myself for what is to come. And it's the fact that chances are pretty good I might lose some subscribers over this, but I don't care. And it turns out like I haven't heard anything new or if there's like an update or anything like that. However, this is like a last minute thing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and post this. Another person that was involving himself somewhat in the YouTube Juggalo community, Nick Biegler, also known as Music Biz Marty, passed away on the 29th of January. I didn't know about it until like the tail end of my show from last week, which was on the 2nd, 3 days later, right? And so basically, I don't know any information on it. My assumption, from what I have heard, I should say, is that the dude ended up getting some fent. At least that's the rumor. I don't know if that's true or anything of that nature. Now, this dude is notorious for going after another person that was in the Juggalo world known as Cyrax, and Cyrax ended up becoming like a huge fucking factor outside of the Juggalo community, and so did Music Biz Marty. Music Biz Marty practically made a fucking YouTube career on the whole thing with Cyrax. Now, I didn't pay attention to the whole thing because I didn't want to involve myself in the fucking Cyrax thing. But I have had my fucking beefs with this dude in the past. And to be perfectly honest, like, I know that there's a lot of people out there who have involved themselves with whether it's himself in his Discord or his work on YouTube. I didn't. But I know that he had a smidget of involvement in the YouTube Juggalo community. Most of the stuff actually was in the YouTube drama community. Who actually brought attention to him first before Marty? Admittedly, it was the Bender Boys. Zero, I'm not gonna fucking take away that shine from you. Like I've seen documentaries that people have made talking about the fucking Cyrax situation, and the Bender Boys are even brought up with the Bender Boy Records thing. But like this dude fucking took that ball and just completely fucking ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cyrax stuff was so insane that I did not want anything to fucking do with it. So I was like, okay, whatever. I've had my involvements with him. CPN has had his involvements with him. The Bender Boys have had their involvements with him. And I'm not saying that it's good or bad. We've just had our involvements. It was mostly Violent George and Cisneck, but yeah, I'm happy for Marty that he made a career from it. I am too. You know, like, if you're able to fucking do something on YouTube from something like that, that's fucking great. You know, I've always said it. There's an audience for literally everybody. There's an audience that you can make on literally anything. Like, literally anything. If you know how to fucking do it well and market it properly, you can make a success. And this dude fucking did it. But, like, I don't have that kind of kinship with him like what a lot of people do. And when I first heard about this, I was like, I don't care. You know, like I at first I wanted to say that I didn't care about the fact. I can say that it sucks because I know that there are people out there who have had positive involvement, personal fucking shit with the dude. I didn't. if anything, I was just like, I know who he is. I know what he's about. I don't want anything to do with it. And so this is the closest that I can get to a, a memorial thing for him. If you had some, positive thing with him, I guess great for you. I'm sorry that it happened. I can only imagine how it is that you're feeling. I mean, I didn't even have that much of a fucking I don't know. I have a strange fucking reaction with certain people and death. Like it barely affected me when my best friend from high school passed away. But he is gone. Like that and that's true, Zero. I agree with you on that one. It's unfortunate because personally I think it would be because of the way that he fucking died. Especially with like a lot of the stuff that's been going on in the real world with like how much of a crisis fentanyl is. I don't know if that's actually true, if that's like what it had happened to him. That's what I heard. But I'm not saying that that's locked in, that's set in stone, that's how it happened. You know. But what's interesting to me was like somebody when I first heard it, I was just like, is this even true? Like the rumors were going around so wildly at some point where it's like people didn't think that this was actual truth shit, you know? I think even some of the most closest of people thought thought that it's a possibility that he faked his death just so he could fuck with Cyrax some more on a different level. But then when this popped out, because you have to have a fucking memorial service authentically fucking put this out and contact the newspaper for public obituaries. There's a way of going around it, and I don't think that you can actually go into that level of an extreme to fake your death to have that fucking happen. I guess it's a testament of how good of a troll he was that people don't believe it. I think as of right now, like I saw a fucking post from one of his one of the people that followed him on YouTube, William Gloryhole, and he ended up saying, yeah, it's actually real. Um, don't know what to make of it, kind of shit is what he was explaining. And somebody ended up saying, even though Marty's gone, his work will continue. So if anything, as of right, like I would probably say for like the last week and a couple of days, there's literally been only one person that has been jumping up and down in joy over the death of this man, and that would be Cyrax. However, from what I've read off of William Gloryhole shit, his work is not completed. Like like that whole crew of people literally want Cyrax off of the internet as a whole. Who's gonna run the AI Marty bot? No, literally what it is it's Marty. Marty fucking implanted his own copy of his own consciousness into the AI bot, so maybe that's how it'll fucking go. And his consciousness is like floating through cyberspace, finding any and all information that he can on Cyrax to use against him. Cyrax firmly believes it was faked and that Marty is hiding from tax problems. I don't see how he would be hiding from tax problems. I think for as long as he's been doing the YouTube thing, which would probably be the biggest of difficulties with tax issues, I don't think he would have like, how could he be hiding from fucking tax problems? He's fucking Jewish. And yes, I'm using a stereotype to say this shit positively. I know that he's not a competent adult. I mean, we've all seen some shit, so we all know enough about Cyrax to know. Like, the fucking marker thing, or the thing that he did with his pee hole. Like, insertion into areas that don't need insertion. I've seen that shit. We all have. I mean, it was basically like Timu version of One Man, One Jar. He was on Blues screaming that shit the other day. See, this is one of those things where I'm like, I don't really know about it because I don't watch Music Biz Marty. I don't watch fucking uh I don't watch fucking Blue. I don't watch Big Will. There's a lot of these people that I'm talking about right now that I don't even watch anymore. Like, there's barely anything I watch on YouTube unless it has something to do with either music videos or fucking video games. I've also been watching a couple of other things. Like, I've been watching more TikTok lately because TikTok's actually been more fun. Let's see, like 10 million in Texas. Where do you get this fucking random number from? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me, like, at all. Inbred corpse, dude. Like, literally, like, I think I've heard this many times, and I'm sure that there's some people out there who could actually agree with me on this. If Cyrax wasn't involved in the fuck shit that he involved himself in, just his look alone, he could have actually done something positive with it. You know, like the John Merrick of fucking hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, as shitty, like, if he actually was talented. Instead, like, he literally could have had a fucking metal band. Like, tell me that doesn't sound like a metal band that it would be. If Cyrax could actually figure out his fucking death metal growl, right? And be a front man for a fucking death metal band called Inbred Corpse. He could have done something with that, you know? Like, I'm just like, and instead he decided to fucking send dick pics to underage kids or some shit. He's a weird mix of retarded and egotistical. I fucking agree. But for those of you who have been touched, you know, by the life of Nicholas Beegler, aka Music Biz Marty, my condolences go out to you. And like I said, I have a weird issue when it concerns fucking death. So I'm sure that in a few months it's finally gonna fucking hit me, even though I know it's real. It'll finally hit me and be like, you know, Nick wasn't really that bad of a guy. It's just a lot of the stuff a lot of the interactions that I've had with him have been on a lot of fucking YouTube shit. And so it's like, he has to fucking be a troll. But just looking from this picture, it looks like he's a very happy guy. You know? So, I guess, much love to Nick Beegler. Chaim. May he rest in peace. As of right now, that's the best that I can give. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. But moving along, let's get on to something else. Let's try to be a little bit more positive here tonight. We're going to move on to the next thing. I just got word about this happening. Walking Home finally has Wednesday. How many times, how many years does it take for him to just do one fucking song? When did Tuesday come out? When did Walking Home Tuesday come out? Was it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Sometime during COVID, something like that? Like, you know what? Like, it's interesting to me, but at least Walking Home Wednesday is coming out. So now he's 60% of the way done. Unless there's like a bonus track that's going to be Saturday. I don't know how many of these he has in him, but it's weird to me the length of time that it takes for him to come out with Walking Home. This has been one of the longest running fucking things that I have seen Jay fucking do. And if you remember the Pendulum, right? If you remember the Pendulum comic book series, like that, that comic book series, one issue came out like every 2 months, and each issue had a single, and eventually they had like the whole fucking the art, the artwork novel, uh, with a full length CD at some point. But Walking Home Wednesday is now going to be available at Juggalo Weekend. Assuming, of course, it's probably going to be $117, just like the other two, coming with a backpack and some other shit. So I don't know if it's going to be available on ICP's fucking web store or anything like that after the fact. But the reason why I say that, though, is because ICP's got a new fucking web store coming out after fucking DCG Con / Juggalo Weekend. Oh, I'm getting to that soon. I'm getting to that soon, Zero. So I saw this, and the first thought in my mind was, thank fuck. Because whatever shit that they're using for the web store right now has sucked ever since they closed Hatchet Gear. Ever since they closed out the whole fucking warehouse ordeal and they downsized the amount of people that were working at Psychopathic, the store has fucking sucked. Like, terribly. Absolutely terribly. I'm sure that there are still people right now who are waiting on stuff that they ordered when they fucking got the shit. Do you realize the quality of the shirts is going to be even less than they are now? I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Like, in all honesty, like, new web store, I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. The idea of them having a new web store, to me, it just sounds like, okay, they're going with cheaper shit. However, like, if I do remember, like, the first time that they actually sold merch, they actually had like Hatchet Mans that were fucking ironed on to old ass fucking Hanes t-shirts or some shit like that. They sold 5 white t-shirts that had Hatchet Man iron-ons on them. They fresh out the fucking Hanes package that they got at Kmart or some shit. They've gone from the absolute best in the merch game to a typical high school drop shipping print on demand business model. Right. Like, let's be honest here, Zero. That type of shit should be reserved for people like us. People like us who are just fucking slowly coming up into the game, that rely basically on stupid shit like fucking Teespring and Spreadshirt and shit like that. And ICP thought that this was going to be a good idea to have it like this. Although I will say, though, the one thing that they have not fucking skimped on, for the most part, has been the fucking hockey jerseys. There's been a few that I've bought that have been kind of shitty. But for the most part, the hockey jerseys that they have, like this one that I got at Hollow Wicked, like this one was fucking dope. Like, I love the mesh. This actually, so to my surprise, this fucking hockey jersey actually keeps me warm. Like, there's a couple of them that I've had, like the Kool-Aid Man one was bunk. The Kool-Aid Man one wasn't the best one that I've bought. That's like a summer hockey jersey. I'm friends with a couple people who still work for them, and no one has the balls to bring up the merch situation to him. See, yeah, because, like, unfortunately, it's either yes or yes. Like, those are the only options that you're able to give to Violent J. If you're working for that company, which is unfortunate because, bro, like, there's so much shit that needs to be done that could actually improve the shit. Like, we lived through, like, the late 90s, the early 2000s, like the boom of hatchetgear.com. Some of the best fucking merchandise because they had a whole ass fucking warehouse. They were very meticulous on what fabrics and brands that they used for their t-shirts and their baby clothes, what kind of fucking CDs were coming out, all the shit. Like, back in the day, all the shit was very fucking high quality merch. Like, Gildan is a good fucking brand in my opinion. Like it went from being on Hanes to fucking Gildan, and I feel like Gildan is top notch. But it also depends on the type of fucking the type of shit that you're fucking ironing on, like that brand as well, the company as well, how much of it you're being mass produced, things like that. Now, if I remember correctly, like back in the day at the warehouse, they actually had a gang of people that were stitching these fucking these fucking boys onto the jerseys by hand. So, because I believe that's how Blaze got his start, was stitching the patches onto hockey jerseys. The neck holes haven't gotten blown. Let's see. All right, let me go back to what you're saying here. Why was it so easy to make the most high quality shirts in the mid 90s that last 30 years? And now they don't last one, and the print size is 65% of what it used to be. The Fruit of the Loom OG shirts, the print is like a coat of paint. It lasted forever. The neck holes haven't gotten blown out in 30 years. Right? But it might not, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to put the full focus and fault on the clowns. I personally do think that it's a bad idea for ICP to be doing like the fucking Teespringy type of shit that they've been doing since they closed out Hatchet Gear. I think that they are doing it because it's a lot easier for them, but they're charging the same price. You would think though, it's like, okay, I I have, but at the same time, it's like, I would also think that with the merchandise itself, like the T-shirts and stuff like that, like those have gone down in value as well. It's 100% Joe's decision. They don't care about quality anymore. I mean, yeah, like let's be truthful here. I think that it went south once we heard Joe say buy or buy. Like ever since I heard that shit, I'm just like, all right, I see where it is. I mean, like whatever happened to don't buy our fucking action figures, bitch. I don't give a fuck. To buy or buy. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that that's the case, and maybe we'll find out after after the fucking shit is done with Juggalo Weekend, and they drop this new merch store, which I believe is shop.insaneclownposse.com. Okay, so that's like a shop store that you can buy off of Teespring, by the way. People would pay $100 for original quality replica t-shirts. I agree. I mean, I know at least one motherfucker that will. I mean, to be totally honest, like I have a closet of shirts that I've worn to work and shit. A lot of the newer ones, and the ones that are like post fucking Hatchet Gear, and they're already torn to shit. Well, I see, like obviously Dragon Slayer, I can see, like Zero and a couple of other people have come up in here. So I guess I can say it's good to see that they're still around. They're still doing the thing. It's interesting because I didn't even think that they would actually be willing to show up, because it's just like, I would think if anything, they'd see that and be like, yeah, fuck that guy. Talking about myself. So yeah, new store coming up on the 17th on Juggalo Day. Hopefully that fucking works out. The next piece of material that I have on here, more ICP news. So this ended up fucking coming up. So like, we all know that ICP has been doing a lot of fucking shit with like specialty events and things of that nature. With this one we got here called Louder Than Life. Almost said Larger Than Life. But Louder Than Life is another fucking event thing that ICP has now been invited to. This one I found interesting just because of the type of people that they book. And Insane Clown Posse, I don't think has ever really been invited to this one. So this is probably their first year of attending Louder Than Life as patrons. But I ended up going up on here, so like let's take a look at the website. So some of the like this is supposed to be like I guess the best of metal and hip hop, which this is definitely one of those things that I would have a keen interest in. So I'm taking a look at the lineup here. Let's try to see. Okay, apparently zooming in doesn't fucking work out. This is what I'm going to have to work with. Okay, never mind. that was, god damn it. Stupid it. No. Go bigger. Go big or go home. I want to see some of these people. So here's some of the other fucking bands that they have lined up. And some of them I have a fucking interest in. First and foremost, they have Slayer. If you don't know Slayer, you don't know fucking thrash. Like, you don't know speed metal if you don't know Slayer. Acid Bath, I've heard of, but I don't really know much about their fucking music. Let Live is another band. I've never heard of that band. It's interesting, like, the logo's interesting. It's 2 lowercase L's and a dot. Let Live, dot. Lorna Shore, that's a band that I have really been fucking getting into. That song, To the Hellfire, just like goblin noises from beginning to end. Like, Will Ramos is a fucking nutcase. But I love this band. Lorna Shore is a fucking good band. Counterparts, a band I have not heard of, but the fucking package picture looks pretty dope. Anything with fire, I think, is a plus. Static X, like the revamped now Static X. Today's deathcore is kind of but you gotta you gotta fucking swim through the shit to find a good nugget. Static X now, like the same, to me it's not the same without Wayne Static, and I've seen Static X with Wayne Static in it. Mudvayne I could give a fuck less about. Like, dig, and then I'll go fucking take a fucking breather. Like, that's all I need to hear is dig. That's the only fucking band, that's the only fucking song I know from Mudvayne, because the song Happy does not make me happy. It makes me fucking just nonchalant. I'm I'm indifferent to anything else other than the song Dig. Because you hear the song Dig from Mudvayne, and you expect that that's what the rest of the fucking set list is going to sound like, and it doesn't. Throne, never heard of them, but it's like, just like Counterparts and Let Live, I feel like that these are some other bands that might be on like the lower tier or on the come up or something like that. Chimera, I've listened to Chimera like on and off for a while. Walls of Jericho, this confused me because like it's named after a fucking finishing move from the lead singer of the band Fozzy, and I don't know who's been around longer. 12 Stones, another one I've never heard of. Landmarks, and this is just like a promo picture. It's just, there's nothing about it. And the same thing with this one, Landmarks. I don't know anything about this band. But like, to me it's like, okay, you have like this, I'm usually the type of person that once I go to a concert, I want to see the entire set list, because you never know, even if you've never heard of a band, there might be something interesting. Like, I think I've told the story before of when I was like 24 or something. It was like 2009. I went to go see Megadeth with my stepdad, and I didn't know who was opening up. All I knew was that Megadeth was headlining, and we didn't go until Megadeth was about to start setting up their stage. And when we walked in, I was pissed already because we missed like the opening of doors. Like, I'm usually an opening at doors kind of guy, and because I want to see all the bands. And just as we were walking in, not Mushroom Head, Machine Head was finishing up their set. I turned around and I was like, you made me miss fucking Machine Head over this. He's like, I didn't know who it was. I was just like, I do. And I wanted to listen to Machine Head. now that I knew that Machine Head was there. So it's like, okay, I would miss out on some of these bands: Counterparts, Let Live, Throne, Landmarks, 12 Stones, Walls of Jericho. I would want to see these bands because I don't know anything about them and I have an interest in them like that. So, okay, we're going back to this Black Veil Brides. I've heard the name. I probably have heard a couple of songs. Um, and I would be interested in seeing that. Spine Shank. I love Spine Shank. So like what was it? Smothered is one of those songs that I absolutely fucking love from Spine Shank. And as a matter of fact, like there was a music video that I reacted to on my Metal Reaction channel that was by Spine Shank because it was on one of the DVDs for Backyard Wrestling, the Backyard Wrestling pre-order gift from back in the PlayStation 2 days. And one of their music videos was on that, along with a few others like Homies from ICP, Punk Rock 101, from Bowling for Soup, I think. So I reacted to, I think it was Smothered. And eventually, the lead singer of Spineshank fucking commented on my react, explaining the whole thing with having the camera in his mouth and shit, and how it was all fucking. It made it difficult for him to perform on the set. So just based off of that, I would want to see Spineshank. A Perfect Circle, Maynard Mark. All right, enough said. Judith. All right, like all I need. That's all I need to know. Maynard Keenan is the lead singer of A Perfect Circle. That's good enough for me. Ra. Okay, so I'm missing something here, and this picture is very grainy. It doesn't really say anything except Ra. Superhead, so like maybe I'd be interested in seeing that. See, Super Heaven, no. Lamb of God, um, overpronouncing every word in a midstream. And I'm not making that up. Now just overpronounce every word. Now you sound like Lamb of God. I don't know how well that goes through the fucking through the microphone. But still, Lamb of God is another one of those bands that I have not seen, but I enjoy listening to Lamb of God. I would want to go for Lamb of God. Drain, okay, that's garage bandy as fuck. Devil Driver, this made it interesting because the lead singer of Devil Driver is also the lead singer of Coal Chamber, who ICP down here has performed, shared a stage with once upon a time, and we all know as Juggalos how that worked out. And the last band that's on here other than ICP is Bill Murray. Now that's just interesting enough as it is. Okay, that's just a goofy ass fucking picture, and I'd be interested in that. But like the problem that I have right here is just the fucking prices. So like, what's included? There are five price levels, and apparently this is how it is on all of this shit. This is just a 4-day general admission, and it's starting now at $319.99 plus the fees. I mean, it's a 4-day event, and I don't know if there's anything else that pops up other than uh oh, okay, access to all 5 festival stages plus Kroger Big Bourbon Bar, the Hunters Club, one of a kind art activations, and so many more amazing experiences. Now this makes me interested to know if ICP pays attention to the other things that go on at these other festivals that they perform at. Okay, what is this? There's no difference. Okay, oh, okay. 4-day GA 4-pack. But there's no major differences. And eventually, these prices are going to start going up. Like, once they once they hit a certain threshold of tickets that they've sold, it's going to go up to from 319 to 390 to 339, and then the same thing up to, $359.99. ICP better not even try to come up with this as an idea. And then you've got the Exacta Pass. Okay, incredibly limited availability. Get ready for the ultimate experience with the Exacta Pass, giving you access to 2 iconic festivals in Louisville over 2 action-packed weekends. Immerse yourself in the biggest 8 days of music. So it's 2 of them, and it's back to back basically. You've got the Bourbon and Beyond and the Louder Than Life. But if you're just going for ICP, you might, like, I mean, obviously there's going to be some other ones that are going to be going on. You've also got your VIP, like, let's just be honest here. We'd only go to see ICP. Nobody gives a fuck. But this is something that I found very interesting, and they should go on with this. Lock in your Louder Than Life 2025 passes, just starting with just $1 down. Pass prices increase with each level, so grab yours now to get the lowest priced level available. See, like, that's actually cool. For somebody, for like the festival in and of itself, this is something that I think ICP should try to implement, is to have the ability to have a certain amount of money as a down payment for your entire fucking package or whatever the fuck. So that way, if you don't have the money now, you can pay later. I think that that's actually a very cool thing right there, to be able to get your, so like if you're trying to buy like a package deal of like 5 tickets, let's just say 5 tickets and a fucking big ballas pass or something like that. You could put $50 down, and then you're locked in. You have that, and you have like a X amount of time to pay it off. If you don't, you get your money refunded, and it goes back up on the fucking, bill. I think that that's actually a smart thing to do. Nevertheless, though, Louder Than Life is going to be September 18th to the 21st. And I will remind everybody of this, like, probably shortly after the Gathering of the Juggalos, that this is coming up. Assuming ICP is still booked on here. But back to like earlier, Lord Zero was asking me a question about some shit. Let me see if I can find it. I know that he said something in the chat. I'm trying to see if I can find that shit. Okay, so he said, have you been enjoying the executive orders so far? To be perfectly honest, I've been having a blast with all of that shit. A lot of, like, it has been an incredibly insane fucking week. We're only, what, 2.5 weeks in with the whole presidency and everything that that the president has done. And not just the president. Like, a lot of these executive orders have been interesting to see them go down and everything. Although, the one thing that I have really been fucking loving watching has been Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and the things that they found. The things that they found going on in, what was the first place that they went after? I can't remember. You're surprised that Canada is acting like they're too good for us? You know what's interesting is that our neighbor of the north seems to be very much like a lot of the liberals when liberals come across people who say that they voted for Trump. And it's just like a whole bunch of negative shit. I watched this video on TikTok earlier where this girl was like how fucking people would react if like a Trumper or a Republican decided to go Democrat. And she's like, so like she plays both roles, right? So she'll play as a person who's like, I decided to go Democrat, and the Republican says why, and the chick who's going Democrat says, well, I just feel like that there are things that are going on in the Democratic Party that I agree with more than the Republican Party. And the person on the Republican Party says, well, we can agree to disagree, but like, you know, I hope that you're doing whatever's best for you, but we can still be friends, right? And then it's the opposite way around, where it's like a Democrat. You know, she ends up saying that to her Democrat friends, she's like, "I've been Democrat for a long time, but I decided to go Republican." What? Why? Oh, I just feel like that there are some things in the Republican Party that matter to me a lot more than the fucking Democrat Party does. Well, I didn't know that you were a xenophobic, homophobic, bigot, sexist, is what the Democrat person would say. Why would you think that? I'm still the same person. I just don't believe in the same things as I did before. You know, like and then the other person's like talking so much shit, and she's like, "What the hell? You've known me. We've been friends since third grade. Well, I wouldn't want to be friends with a Nazi." This is like you can see the distinction between the two. Like if I have somebody in my life who decides to be more democratic than anything else, I have no problems with that. However, if somebody ends up hearing something about me being a Donald Trump supporter, apparently I'm a xenophobic, homophobic, racist, sexist. And it's like I'm only two of those things, okay? You can take whatever you say with a grain of salt. I'm a sexist, yeah. Now, in reality, I'm like none of those fucking things. But it's like, okay, Canada only has one thing that they have against us, and it's or like that's one. They only have like really one thing over on us, and it's that once upon a time they set fire to the fucking Capitol building, and that's about as far as it goes. But like since then, our military has strengthened, and there's a lot of other things too, like we've already pointed out the fact that there's a lot of stuff that they have. Like, did you know that there's a fucking pipeline of their crude oil coming into our country that's supposed to go into a refinery, and without that, Canada has no money. Canada's fucking dollar value is worse than ours at this point. And I think deep down Canada knows this, but they've watched so much fucking Letterkenny that they think that they're that much of a fucking badass. Which really sucks because like I got friends of mine who are fucking Canadian, you know, and it's interesting to see how fucking quickly they were able to fucking just say fuck America after we're like, dude, we're trying to fucking help you out here. Like the way Trump's coming off with it, he's like basically saying, look, we're just trying to fucking help you out here. And then at the same time they're hating on Trudeau, and then Trudeau just comes up and he tries to play the friendly neighbor of the North act, and all of a sudden the entire fucking country of Canada is backing Trudeau again. Like, did you forget how badly he fucked your fucking country up? Apparently so, because they're just they're to them it's more like we don't most of them are trying to say that they don't want to be the 51st state. Look, personally, I understand where Trump's coming from and the stance of that, saying that it's a good business venture in a way to say, hey, we could make you guys the the 51st country, the 51st state, which I don't believe that would work. I think that they would have to fucking divvy up the shit. Like, you know what? Sell us a part of Canada. Sell us a part of Canada so that way you're fucking even Steven with the amount of money that you have fucking owed to such and such place. So that way you're even Steven on how much you owe fucking shit. America ends up giving you the money, we'll just take a province or something. The most useless fucking province that you have, America will buy it. And then that will be the 51st state. And then eventually it's just going to get to a point where we have to buy all the fucking provinces. Save the one that does the crude oil to the pipeline to America last. And then that ends up becoming like the 56th state or something. I don't know how many provinces there are. But anyways, and like they're still loyal to the crown, right? We fucked the crown off. That's why we're America, damn it. And then we all, and also remember, we ended up creating a rebellion over a 2% tax on tea. Meanwhile, we can't even fucking insurrect our own fucking country over a 30% tax on everything. Am I going to buy the Nintendo Switch 2? Yes, eventually, but it's not going to be like, it's probably not going to be fresh out the gate. I'll wait until after a couple of firmware updates. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to fucking talk about this shit because I've been saying, because I was saying that I found Doge to be doing things very interesting. And from what I hear, like because of all of the fuck shit that the Democratic Congress and Senate has been doing, trying to fucking block the Department of Government Efficiency from doing their job. Elon Musk decided to spend 40 million of his own dollars to put 5 commercials on during the Super Bowl, which I don't know if it's still going right now or not. But apparently there's supposed to be 5 commercials during the Super Bowl that shows lists of all of the things that they found, the inadequacies that that they found at the first place that they fucking hit. I can't remember what that fucking shit was. But nevertheless, the next place that they decided to fucking go after was the Department of Education. And what did the Democrats do? They tried to fucking storm they decided to try to storm the DOE. And this is what happened. Oh, this is awesome.
We're coming in. Don't lock the door. We're coming in. Who are you?
You're not coming in.
Who are you?
So when the thing that they didn't show is like they showed these are all members of Congress, and they tried to open the door. They couldn't open the door, so some of them started knocking on the fucking door, and this dude fucking came out. Not the bald guy, but the guy behind, in front of the bald guy, right closest to the door.
Who are you? Who are you, sir?
Do you have business here?
Democratic members of Congress barred from entering the Department of Education Friday morning as President Trump continues to threaten to diminish and eventually eliminate the department. On Thursday, 96 members of Congress sent a letter to the acting Secretary of Education requesting a meeting today to discuss Trump's effort to shut down the department.
Let's see. Ninja with a pencil. America should figure out their own country before trying to absorb another country, in my opinion. I agree with that. But like the Canada thing and the Greenland thing are just basically side quests. I don't think that it's going to happen like anytime soon if it does. But by the way, Ninja with a pencil, you're Canadian and you're also my homie. Have you been hearing any smatterings about like Canada trying to fucking do anything to us in retaliation? Like, as I heard some things. Like somebody on TikTok said something about how Canada is prepping for war and America doesn't even realize it yet. Like, I guess that some Canadians are some Canadians in the fucking higher parts of the oligarchy are taking what Trump is doing as considerable threats. By the way, this chick has a lisp and it's kind of cute.
But when they showed up, they were met with locked doors. Jackie Coppell has the latest from outside of the Education Department.
I was expecting
a tense standoff just a short time ago between members of Congress and a security guard in front of the Department of Education. The members of Congress were locked out. They were here.
Wow. Okay, so here's a variety of different fucking members of Congress. This is mostly Democrats from Congress that are trying to come in.
They said to provide oversight. Now, these are Democratic members, oversight over perceived threats to the Department
All access entrance, they can't get in.
of Education. They wanted to talk to the acting secretary. News Nation brings you right there.
Yep.
We pay for your job. We pay you.
Okay, did you hear that? Did you hear what that bitch fucking said to this guy? Here, hold on a second.
Oversight over perceived threats to the Department of Education. They wanted to talk to the acting
Here it
secretary.
goes. Listen to
News
this.
Nation brings you right there.
We pay for your job. We pay you.
That right there, the media says a lot, but I don't know what to take seriously, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat right now. I'm kind of just like laughing it all off. Me as an American and watching the shit that's going on in my own country has me laughing my fucking ass off. Because let's face it, it's the same shit as it was 8 years ago. In 2016 to 2020, we had the biggest fucking troll as our president of the United States. And now that he's in his second term, he's doubled down on the fucking troll tactics. And he started before he was even president. Like, you remember that garbage truck shit? I think I showed I think I showed where fucking Biden, when he was president at the time, ended up saying the only garbage I see are the people who are willing to vote for him. And then Trump at his next rally shows up in a garbage truck with Trump Vance 2024 on the side. White, brand new, fucking, like, just absolutely spit shine clean garbage truck. And this is like, dude, you just fucking tried to make fun of a guy who control the country. And he's doing it well. So this lady, she literally pointed at this security guard and said, "We pay you, you work for us," is basically what she's trying to say. This woman right here, Miriam Walters, something like whatever the fuck her name is. But anyways, yeah, she literally just said, "We pay you." Yeah, but but it seems like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about like 20 fucking some people that are Democrats from Congress tended to forget something about their job. And that is the fact that they are public servants. They work for us. You gave up your fucking ability to just say, "We work for you" to people because, let's try to remember, we're the ones who voted you in here. And basically, with the amount of people that are out here, apparently these people tend to forget that Americans aren't stupid. Some of us are. Like, some of us are, like, I wouldn't say we're stupid, but we're definitely fucking ignorant. Like, half the time we're voting for shit we don't even know what we're fucking voting for. And a good portion of it is like, when it concerns like people like the Congress or the House of Representatives or the senators and shit like that, like, there's a vast majority of people who we don't know what we're really voting for because there's not a whole lot of advertisement for these people, especially in like the last 12 years. Like, a sole focus of government politics and shit like that have really just been focused solely on Donald Trump. Trump literally trumps everything in our fucking politics. But this fucking Gollum looking bitch right here literally had the nerve, the gumption, if you will, to tell this private security guard that she pays him, "Bitch, we pay you. Like, the American people pay you. Did you forget that?"
We're members of Congress. We pay you. So what are you gonna do? You gonna beat us up if we go in?
I mean, you're gonna,
We want you to move out of here. Get out of the way.
This fucking bitch.
By what authority can you deny members of Congress their oversight role?
You don't have a business reason to be here.
You do not have authority, sir.
To federal buildings.
Like, look, this dude's whipping out his fucking "I'm a fucking congressman" card to try to show the private security guard, when the private security guard says they have no business being at the Department of Education. And it's simply because the Department of Education is being audited by the Department of Government Efficiency. And a vast majority of the people that are fucking arguing this shit, there's two things that I've noticed, is that a vast majority of these people that are arguing is Democrats. One of the things that they keep on saying about this is the fact that the Department of Government Efficiency isn't an elected fucking group. You know, it's not an elected fucking uh part of the, you know, a department of government. But guess what? It was written in as an executive order that Doge was going to replace something else and be repackaged as the Department of Government Efficiency. And that's exactly what the executive order was. FEMA is another fucking thing that wasn't government officially elected or anything like that, but FEMA exists. Granted, the fact that FEMA does absolutely nothing, like literally fucking nothing. And we saw that with what happened with North Carolina and Florida with the fucking hurricanes completely obliterating parts of our country, and everybody that was affected only got a $750 fucking loan. Did FEMA do anything when California burned to the ground? I don't fucking think so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. America is on fire, bro. Like, in California, literally on fire.
We're allowed in there.
So a private security contractor is blocking members of Congress.
Members of Congress.
Oh, that's a nice little fucking card. Nobody gives a fuck.
Elon Musk hire you?
The look on bro's face. He's just like, did Elon Musk hire you? And he's just, bro. Like, he has the look on his face like you're staring at an imaginary fucking camera breaking a fourth wall. Just, bruh. Just, there was an ICE raid at Mexican restaurants and they took like 12 people with them. The only thing I didn't like was that they didn't communicate with the sheriffs that it was going to happen. Dude, John, I've got one for you too. So this is something that I heard. I don't know if it's 100% correct, but from what I heard, so Coca-Cola fucking ended up admitting that they have illegal immigrants working at their factories. So apparently they fucking had all of the illegal immigrants go into this fucking boardroom for an emergency meeting, and they got fucking blocked in by Coca-Cola, and then ICE came in and arrested them all. And so now, because of that, apparently everybody's fucking boycotting Coca-Cola. And I saw a TikTok video where somebody was showing in their store, like, nobody bought Coca-Cola that day, but everything from Pepsi was completely empty, and everything from Coca-Cola was stocked full to the brim in the pop section. Coke is trash, Pepsi is better. But that's not even the point. The point is that, like, now it doesn't even matter if people think otherwise of what Dragon Slayer just said, saying that Coke is trash and Pepsi is better. It's the fact that they are definitely fucking taking the Pepsi challenge at this point. You know, like Pepsi is now winning the Pepsi challenge. So like it's not even the fact of, oh, I do like Coca-Cola. You know, it's fuck Coca-Cola. They're not going to get my money because not only are they fucking handling illegal immigrants and paying them under the table, but this is how they fucking treat the illegal immigrants that they are in and of itself paying under the table. They probably got ties to the cartel. And that's another thing too that popped up, was that I guess the cartel is planning on fighting the fucking military. And they think that they got a shot because they were able to go after the Mexican military. But now the Mexican military also has the American military backing them up on the other side of the wall. So I guess good luck to the Mexican cartel, who Donald Trump has now considered in a terrorist organization, because the fentanyl that they have smuggled over the border has killed more fucking people than any other terrorist organization has in the past. At least that's what I'm hearing. That's not like cut in stone fact. So, anyways, this whole thing, this has been entertaining to me.
Of members of Congress who have responsibilities on. We trying to save your job.
This is the beginning of full transparency of this administration. That's right.
Oh, really? You mean like the transparency that you haven't given this country in the last 40 fucking years about things that have been going on? Like, this is one thing that I've noticed, like I said, is the fact that a vast majority of these people, about 99% of the people who are complaining about all of this, are Democrats. And the second thing that I have to say is, when it concerns all of this shit, is if you didn't have anything to hide, then you wouldn't be doing the shit that you are doing right now. And another thing too is, I guess like some Democratic Attorney General judge in New York has actually put a freeze on the Secretary of the Treasury being able to do anything involving their job. Like, everybody that was in Biden's cabinet is able to access data from the Secretary of the Treasury data, but the current one is not allowed to fucking do it. And I guess that's only lasting for like a week, but they're fighting to try to make that permanently throughout this entire term. Why is YouTube so uptight over rules and shit? I have no idea. I guess they want to try to make it so it's like it's fun and invigorating for everybody, but that's just how it is. Like, back in the day, in the Wild Wild West days, like, we could literally do and say anything as long as it didn't show titties and dicks. You know, but other than that, like, this was nowhere near as good as 2020. But like the shit that's going on right now, just like the absolute utter fucking shitstorm on social media, the bought and paid for fucking Democrat TikTokers that talk about the news to try to shit on Donald Trump, which with all of the executive orders that's going on, everything that's going on with the Department of Government Efficiency, which I personally think is a good idea, because somebody, a third party like Doge, ought to audit everything that's going on in the United States, because the United States audits themselves, and they failed the last 7 times that they have audited this, their own shit. But yet, instead of fucking getting penalized, they just give people a raise. Hell, there was like something I found. There was something else that somebody else found when it concerned like Social Security. $100 billion goes into Social Security every fucking year. Somehow, half of it's missing. Nobody knows where it went. Is Rumble even viable? I don't know. I don't go on Rumble. But like, all of this shit that's fucking going on is just insane. And I've just been enjoying watching as people have been losing their fucking minds. And it's funny because, like, how many fucking videos that I come across on TikTok where it's like, it's Republican voters, like the Trump supporters, the MAGA people that have like, when it concerned like the first area, I can't remember what fucking, I can't remember what branch was the first one that they fucking did. But apparently there was like, I'm going to look this up. Let's see. So, let's see. I'm going to try to look this up real quick. Here, I'll let you guys look at what I'm trying to fucking search up. So currently, Doge is trying to fucking audit the Department of Treasury. They're not giving access to it. That's what I was just talking about, that they're trying to shut that down. There's a lot of people that are trying to say that that Doge is trying to get our personal information, when how fucking stupid is that they are trying to say that they have, that they have access to our personal information, when I'm pretty sure that China and India and a whole bunch of other places also have our have our fucking information already as it is. Oh God, here we go. Elon Musk asked if Doge should audit the IRS. Yes, please fucking do. Oh God, it's gonna be a field day when they fucking audit the Pentagon. That's gonna be another one. That's gonna be an interesting one. Let's see. Yeah, the U.S. Treasury is another one. The Pentagon is going to be an interesting one. HHS is going to be another interesting one. Like, there's a lot of stuff that the Department of Government Efficiency has to audit. Let's see, Homeland Security. Which one was it? Which one was it? Okay, so I can't fucking remember, and I'm having a tough time remembering in and of itself, so. Wow, dude, like, damn. They edited up. They edited the fuck out of your bitches, bitch. I don't know how else to fucking say that. But nevertheless, like, all of this. So like there was like a laundry list of things that the Department of Government Efficiency found, and so it started a fucking trend with the Democrat TikTokers that were like, "Do you regret your vote now?" Blah blah blah, and it's like, have you not been paying attention to the amount of money that they found that is going to a bunch of dumb shit overseas? And then so like there were some people, like there was one I saw earlier today where it was like this guy was sitting in his car, and this was a MAGA dude, and he's sitting in his car crying because he lost his job. For the last 7 years, he had been working on the research of bear shit, because they were spending $1.5 million a year trying to figure out if whether or not a bear does in fact shit in the woods. There was another person that fucking came on and he was crying, saying that he had lost his job, his government job, because he was the lead guy for Project Bus, which was to find out whether or not the wheels on the bus do in fact go round and round. And I ended up saying in a comment somewhere that I got fired from my government job in the Blinker project to see, how we can make fucking blinker fluid last longer. So it's like a whole bunch of these other things, these projects and shit that have absolutely nothing to do with anything. And yet people are fucking bitching about the amount of money that Elon Musk has found that is wasteful fucking spending in this country. And so he decided to go into the Department of Education to fucking audit them to find the same thing. Like, here's the reality. Elon Musk can't do anything officially. The only thing that he could do is he can audit these things, and it is up to a different department or a different branch that can determine what to do with this shit. It's just, this is the transparency that we fucking wanted when we voted for Donald Trump as president. And it's funny as hell because it's like we all knew what we were fucking getting. We were getting this that the Department of Government Efficiency is doing. We were gonna get fucking Vivek Ramaswamy as as a position in somebody, in a position somewhere. Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel in a position, RFK Jr. in a position, Tulsi Gabbard in a position. And by the way, everybody that was a part of Team Trump got their positions. But, there's not been one person that I have seen that has not gotten their fucking position. Even one dude, I think it's like the Department of Homeland Security. I'm like, I don't know. There was one guy, he basically was caught fucking drinking like a fish, right? And he's ex-military. He was nominated for a position by Trump, and he even fucking won it because there were Republicans in the Senate that said, you can't tell me that you have not come to a Senate hearing drunk after being, after partying the night before and having to have like a last minute fucking thing. But you've got all of these fucking members of Congress, all of these people in this picture, by the way, who are Democrats. Okay? Keep this in mind. Every single one of these people in Congress that were blocked from entering the Department of Education, they're all Democrats. Everybody that was protesting after Elon Musk started auditing at the beginning of his tenure over the last 2 weeks, like all of the Senate members and all of the Congress members who were like trying to be there for the fucking people are all Democrats. And it's like, what problem do you have with this? You are trying to basically fucking gaslight the people into believing that Elon Musk is going after your fucking money. He's $440 billion in value. I don't think he cares about that. He's not working to get paid. He's not trying to take Americans' fucking money. Donald Trump isn't even fucking getting paid. Like, the president of the United States is supposed to earn fucking $500,000 a year. And Donald Trump said that he did not want the fucking money during his first term. He doesn't want the money during his second term. Elon Musk is doing this shit out of the kindness of his fucking heart. He's not going after this shit for the fucking money. So it makes me wonder what all the hubbub is about all of these fucking people. Open up your fucking eyes and try to recognize some of these faces, especially like this fucking goblin right here. Here's the thing, okay? If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. I want you to understand this. The more that these fucking people protest whatever it is that the Department of Government Efficiency is doing, the more it's a fucking tell that they have something to hide. Even in our own fucking country. And it was weird too, because like during the entire fucking presidential campaign, during the whole running, like the fucking Democrat Party was trying to throw shit at the people to try to get their minds off of whatever. Oh shit, illegal. Thank you for the sub. Is that officially illegal? That's dope though if it is. Fuck yeah. Anyways, like that's the thing that a lot of people don't seem to really understand. It's like how in the fuck do you support? Yes, illegal. Hell yeah. Like, I have to ask. Like, as a human being, I have to ask, how in the fuck do you support these people when all they've done has done everything in their possibilities to try to gaslight the American population into believing they're tripe? It's like, I've said this for I've said this for a couple of years, and it doesn't just apply to these people. It's like, if you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear. But they're freaking out. Every single one of these people are freaking out over what possible things that the Department of Government Efficiency could possibly find. So they're protesting in the streets. They're trying to get a whole bunch of people together. They're gassing people up, fear-mongering. And it's been like this. They've really showed their ass on this entire fucking thing the entire goddamn time. And one person that I saw on TikTok pointed this out and said, what you're really fucking seeing in this entirety is Stockholm Syndrome. And I was like, that's the phrase that I'm looking for. It's fucking Stockholm Syndrome. Some people might be confused. You know what? I'm just going to go on here. Let's Google it together. Let's go to the University of Google. All right. The definition of Stockholm Syndrome. Feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captor. That's what it is. That's what we're experiencing, okay? Our country has been held by the fucking libtards that are so fucking crazy, changing the shit up. Basically, you know, it's basically like they have caused us as a country to try to fucking believe the bullshit that they had. Like, it's been a mental mind fuck for the longest fucking time. You want to know what a good prime example of that is that I'm talking about? With them fucking being the THC with Miss Tress. Like, here's a prime example of what the fuck it is that I'm talking about when it concerns us having a series of Stockholm Syndrome. Remember how they used to say that Joe Biden, despite his age, was able to run laps around people in the White House, and that he could do cartwheels and all this other shit, and that he was mentally fit to be able to have a fucking debate up against, okay, Illegal, I immediately love you. All right. You know, that he was able to have a good mental debate up against Donald Trump. Like, do we remember that? And then do we remember how that debate went? Where we finally defeated Medicare. Like, yeah, you didn't just defeat Medicare, you beat it to death. You know, like, and like that whole thing was just an absolute shit show. Or how about the fact? Yeah, I want to see him, dude. I want to see him do cartwheels, but I also want to see him successfully walk up a flight of stairs. Yeah, that's what it was. The USAID. Yeah, thank you, Illegal. Thank you. Yes, the USAID. Did you see the fucking laundry list of shit? Like, more than almost like, what is it? Like over $1 billion that they found over dumb fucking shit. And then out of fear, they tried to fearmonger their fucking voters into believing that Elon Musk is trying to steal money from the country. And then out of a place of fear, here we are having Congress trying to access the Department of Education, which most likely is going to be run by Linda McMahon, by the way. You know, if anything, like, I'm happy of the fact that there's going to be a McMahon in the fucking, you know, in the government again. And now my camera fucking died. I'm pretty sure that, you know, that's a Democrat fucking inside job right there, trying to shut off my camera to make it so it's like, oh, you can't see me, I died. Okay, so, like, my camera's getting run over by fucking Democrats here. Get off of my fucking internets. But yeah, like, all of these fucking people are scared as fuck, dude. Like, every single one of them is scared as fuck that Elon Musk is going to find something that they had their grubby little dirty hands involved with. And then they decided to fucking make it so the Department of Treasury isn't able to access the Department of Treasury? Yeah, they should be scared. They should be scared because it's years and decades of fucking bullshit going on. Like, did you hear about what happened when they fucking released the shit about Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination and JFK's assassination? And it turns out that JFK's assassination was cooed by LBJ, and then that's when the shit started to get really fucked up. So like since 1967, 69, something like that, like there's been a lot of weird fucking mysterious shit going on in the underbelly of the fucking government. And the funny thing is, like, a lot of this stuff that I've been saying, like in this whole tirade, sounds like crazy nut job conspiracy theories, but it turns out that the conspiracy theories were right all along. You know, and then the same thing with like the Edward Snowden thing, where Edward Snowden dropped bombs before he fucking, you know, about what the government was doing behind the scenes before he fled to China. And then eventually fucking, I think he's in Russia now or some shit. So are we all gonna throw down for a VIP spot and throw a massive Trump party? Dude, honestly, at this point, I would love to have a MAGA party, but at the same time, I know how fucking nuts the Juggalo community has gotten. Like, on the real. Like, it's very disappointing because ever since Elon Musk said that his heart goes out to us, you know, everybody in the Juggalo community has been going nutso about that shit, whether or not it's been a fucking Nazi thing. And it's like, no. As a matter of fact, I don't know if people knew this, but apparently, like, that was something that we used to do to the national anthem until the fucking Nazi shit happened, and then we just kept our hands on our hearts, you know, like this. But we used to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. You know, and somebody's gonna fucking clip that. And I don't care. My hearts go out to them, though. My heart goes out to the country. And also, I was using my wrong hand. Heil Elon. Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying too, illegal. Like, literally. Oh my god. You just pointed out something very true and interesting. Elon Musk is the first fucking juggalo publicly known to be in government now. And the funny thing is, like, so many of the younger juggalos, a lot of the Gen Z juggalos, and some of the Gen Alpha juggalos don't even know. You know, so it's like, I've been seeing a lot of the juggalos in a gathering of the juggalos Facebook group page, just shit bombing fucking Elon Musk left and right. And the only reason why a lot of these people are doing this shit is because they found out that Violent J votes Democrat. But he only votes Democrat because his mom votes Democrat, and, well, he loves his mom. I think I said something about that on one of my earlier shows. And it's like, wait, what? Like, you have any idea how much closed-mindedness bullshit that is? Like, to me, I find that to be absolute closed-minded. Get your own fucking mind. But Shaggy voted Trump. That's why there's a rift. I mean, like, you want to know something? And I've said this on the show before. I'll fucking say it again. In 2020, the only reason why I voted for Donald Trump is because Joe Bruce said on a live stream at the end of the live stream, "Don't vote for Trump." And I said, "Fuck you, Joe Bruce. I'm voting for fucking Trump." I did it out of spite. Just because I had a celebrity fucking try to tell me what to do. But as far as I'm concerned, like, I don't really care about what anybody's personal affiliations are politically, because that doesn't fucking, to me, my fucking political affiliations really don't tell me what type of person I am. You know, shouldn't tell people what type of person I am. My actions and shit like that should describe what type of person I am. But unfortunately, because a lot of the other people on the other side of the things are so in their goddamn feels, and they think that, you know, feelings are mitigated as fact instead of logic, it makes it hard to fucking agree to disagree sometimes. And then when they fucking try to have their little tirades and, you know, hissy fits and shit like that. Adult, grown men and women having their fucking hissy fits on the internet. And I'm just like, well, this is fun to watch. Let's try to see how much I can fucking make them do things a little bit worse. I want to see things happen. I want to see how bad they can have their fucking hissy fits. I want to see them Karen out like that one chick who's like, Donald Trump is the next president of the United States. No! Hold on a second. Just... No! Ah! You know, that chick. I want to see that happen. And I want to see it happen again and again and again. And I want to see how much worse I can make it fucking happen. I have Therians? Probably not. That's not like Aryans, is it? I hope that's not the case. But it's like, I want to, but in the reality of it, it's like, okay, there's a part of me that's a shitlord that wants to make things worse for the other side because because let's face it, as a person who is MAGA, I don't know how much of this winning thing I can take. Okay, like let's just be real here. There is so much fucking winning, even fucking Charlie Sheen is like, God damn, they are winning. Like, it is so fucking bad with the amount of win that that the executive orders and Doge and all of our fucking people getting hired into our positions and shit like that have been. I'm not used to winning this much. Like, I haven't won this many times consecutively since the last time I fucking tried to speed run playing Contra on the regular Nintendo without the code. So, like, I just see winning after win after win after win after win, and I also see the Democrats losing their fucking minds to a point where they had to put a freeze on the Treasury of the Secretary of Treasury from being able to do Secretary of Treasury things now. And this is like, how many departments have they audited? Like 3 as of right now. I know that they did the USAID, they did the Department of Education, they want to do the Department of Treasury. I can't wait until they get into the fucking IRS. I think they also said something about Social Security, and apparently half of that shit's missing. And they don't know where it went. Gee, that's a fucking red flag for you if there. It's like, how in the fuck do you have $100 billion going into that shit, and half of it's fucking missing, and you don't know where it is? Like, I honestly don't even feel like fucking doing my taxes at this point. You know? Like, I was planning on doing my taxes after I got back from DCGCon, but now I don't even want to fucking do it. Like, fuck the government. Like, fuck them, because we've seen how much fucking money has fucking gone missing. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Dems are worse than the mob. The IRS needs to go. I mean, like, that's another thing too. Like, apparently, like, we aren't even supposed to do fucking federal taxes. Oh yes, illegal. If you see me, give me a big hug. You know, like, I want to see you and give you a big fucking hug. Actually, you know what? I want you to come to my event and play on one of these boys. All right, because I've got 2 of these motherfuckers. I've got an event going. Yeah, like, you know what time it is. It's Nintendo. Now, if I only had the serial system shit. Yeah. I'm doing the NES event. So, like, the fucking Juggalo Nintendo World Championship. I'm the host. See, I'm trying to fucking I'm trying to start fucking getting people to come into my tournament before the tournament even starts, before I even get there. But yeah, so enough of this shit. Like I gotta close out the night, you know, because I've been on here for 2 hours. I'll be wearing this, or I'll be wearing a fucking DCG shit. Probably another fucking hockey hookup, hockey jersey hookup. Oh, G Prime. Oh, nice. Lost email because of shit. Okay. So let me wrap up the night. I just needed to get the government shit off my chest, and I think this is hilarious. Here, hold on. Let me get back to the other. There. Okay, now we're back on channel 3, the superior fucking video game channel. Anyways, yeah, so like I just wanted to point this out because I found this to be absolutely hilarious. But just remember the like if there's any wise words that I could get out of this, it's this. If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear. And because the Democratic Party, the congressmen and women of the Democratic parties, the senators on the Democratic side, and a lot of these other fucking people that are all on the Democratic side, they are the ones that are freaking out the most. Everybody else that's fucking Republican or MAGA is just basically sitting back fucking smoking a stogie. Okay? So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but AI is about to take over music. Dude, I've seen some shit. Like, but not entirely all the fucking music, because there are some new fucking things that have been coming out. This I just found out about. Let's talk back into Juggalo shit here now that I'm done with my little tirade about the government. Sagan UMMO, Devereaux, and Darby have a crossover album now called Robocop. Dude, Illegal and I are right now on the same wavelength. We're vibing now. Like, this is awesome. So I just heard about this. I just heard about this the other day. And I'm like, dude, I love Darby. Okay, Darby is the shit. Darby is the homie, and I feel like Darby is the next step up. And Sagan being a part into this mix, like, I dig Sagan. I'm not like, and this is weird because like I've always said that I have a thing about people who wear a balaclava. I don't like, because of a certain group of people here in the YouTube Juggalo community that, well, they weren't even Juggalos, but they infiltrated the YouTube Juggalo community, and one of them was wearing a balaclava. Internet troll by the name of Bloated Kiki, who's missing. I don't know where he went. But like, just seeing him and his actions and the way that he did shit annoyed the piss out of me, to a point where it brings my piss to a boil whenever I see somebody wearing a balaclava. Thankfully, though, because of the homie fucking Hulk Hoagie and now Sagan UMMO, I see it's kind of a thing, and I'm starting to slowly get out of that thing. So like, it doesn't seem to make me upset anymore. I like Sagan, and I like Darby and Devereaux having this fucking shit. Honestly, I have no idea. Like, he just disappeared. Don't know. But so I don't know when this came out. Like, I don't know when this Robocop thing came out. Must have been recent. But also, I found out that Sagan and Darby have a music video for the song Telepathic Assassin. Oh, it came out today. Same day as Lardy B. What, that this album fucking came out? Oh, damn. Did not know that. I did not hear anything about Lardy B. So, I mean, I have not listened to Lardy B at all. I will be at Juggalo Weekend, though. But anyways, yeah, so Sagan dropped a music video for Telepathic Assassin, which I believe is on this album. So let's check it out, shall we? Let's check this out. Okay. Listen, anything with a fisheye lens is good in my book. I grew up watching fucking Jackass. Dude. Dude, you should have fucking put the English translation of what that was. But I love subtitles, nevertheless. I do appreciate the subtitles. But just the sound of that is fucking dope. Like that beginning, though. Holy shit. Oh, shit. So if I wish Sagan was playing Juggalo Weekend. Now, hey, fuck. My batteries just died in my vape. I just rolled a fucking 1 on my batteries. Give me a second. Give me 1 hot second. I'm gonna go switch out these batteries. Anybody should know if you are addicted to nicotine and you don't have nicotine in your system, somebody's going to die. And I don't want that to happen. All right, so anyways, yeah, like the very beginning of this, like that opening though is fucking fire, like right off the rip. My deepest sympathy, death through telepathy. Morir equivalente de enfrentarse a mí. Nunca te fuiste o es que sigues intentando huir. Hombre del saco y no lo voy a repartir tus sueños a dormir. No sé. Man, I really wish that I paid more attention in Spanish class. I really wish I paid more attention in high school Spanish. Because I have no idea what he's saying, but I like how he's saying it. And like I said before, fisheye lens is an immediate winner. I know my homie Raza did one of his songs. Nevertheless, bro, like, and like everything about this so far has been a complete winner. You know, like, okay, for 1 we got fisheye lens, for 2 we got Sagan, and he's fucking, you know, he's speaking not my language, but he's doing it in such a fucking sexy way. I might switch. All right, Darby's gonna be in here, so I can only imagine what it's gonna be about. When it hits his shit. Devereaux is on the beat. I believe Devereaux is on the beat for, like, according to what this is saying, like, Devereaux is on the beat for the entire fucking thing. Yeah, this shit is fucking going hard on this. And I've really been fucking getting into, like, I've been trying to fucking get into a lot more of the more modern music, despite my age. I'm 42, you know. I should literally be fucking just like get off my lawn on what music is coming through, but I'm not. I mean, shit, I spent like the last 48 hours listening to Nightcore nonstop, and I'll listen to this shit too. I honestly agree with you on that, Alien Gal. Like, Darby is the missing link to the fucking, you know, to the horrorcore scene, in my personal view. Oh. Dude, this fucking camera angle. Dude! Is this the fucking translation? At least he has a legacy, unlike somebody like Gmo Ski, who shall remain nameless. I like the beat though. Like, the beat's simplistic, but I fucking dig this. And I love the fact that, like, Sagan UMMO has, I still don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Like Ummo, whatever. I think it's Ummo because it's 2 M's. And there's no trill in the fucking 2 M's. But nevertheless, I'm trying to fucking remember my high school Spanish here. Nevertheless, like, dude's from Spain, and now he's like been brought over. Omo? Oh, okay, thank you. Or is it Ummo? Okay, now I get it. Sagan UMMO. Anyways, yeah, so like he's from Spain and he was brought over here to do the shit because he has that similar fucking trap style shit sound. And he just embraced the fucking Juggalo shit like right off the rip. I believe Don Chaos ended up saying that shit, where he was talking about that on his on one of his podcasts, where he's like, "This shit's not worldwide, baby. Like we got motherfucking Spaniards coming in from overseas to fucking do Juggalo shit, and he's fucking with it hard. Like he is fucking with this hard, no lube, rough fucking the Juggalo world with his style. I dig it." Yeah. I fuck with this. Cracker. Chatty ass cracker. And it's soft A. In 4K, it's written in the fucking subtitles. Why is that funny to me? I have no idea, but that's fucking hilarious to me. I just blew up everybody's goddamn speakers laughing at that shit. But I fucking dig this shit. Like, Fish Eye Lens immediate winner. Like, on the real, Fish Eye Lens is immediate winner. I just wish I saw more shopping carts in this. But like the fucking concept of the track in and of itself, well, that I know in English, has been pretty dope for me so far. How did he fucking say sickness? Did you catch that? Like, I've become the sickness that nobody can remedy. Like, he had to throw an extra fucking syllable in the word sickness in order to keep the fucking trap flow going. I'm not complaining. I just find that interesting. Is that a fucking throwback to Isham, I hear? Okay. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I fuck with that. Like, that's fucking... Okay, I gotta say, like, the fucking music video in and of itself, I'm entertained. The beat, I'm entertained. The lyrics, I'm entertained about 80% of the time. The other 20% of the time, I'm like, is that Spanish? Yes, it is Spanish. But I fuck with this. I definitely fuck with this vibe. I'm gonna have to listen to this full album all the way through front to back. Worldwide juggin', motherfuckers. Worldwide. So yeah, I definitely fuck with this. But then again, like, Darby is the homie as far, like, as far as I'm concerned, Darby's the homie. I'm looking forward to seeing him chilling during Juggalo weekend. I gotta hit that fucker up and give him a hug. Tell him, dude, I gotta listen to this. You know what? I'll tell you this. I got a 15-hour drive from here to Massachusetts. I'm gonna fucking be bumping that motherfucker in the whip. In the electric vehicle whip. The Lardy B song? Alright. Let me find it. I'm sure Illegal's gonna be like, and this is my exit out of here. Have a good night, everybody. She already like thumb down. Let's see. Did it just come out? Okay, so let's see. Let's go to videos. Let's see what we got here. I don't see nothing on here. Like, what song? Nah, it's all love. No, I mean honestly, I like Lardy B's gimmick as a Cardi B parody. I love that. And oh, the song title is "Shut the Fuck Up." Okay, because I didn't know if there was like an actual music video for it or not. Because I'm definitely not seeing that. All right, let's see. Let's see if there's anything on here. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna have to download it. So it's gonna take a minute. Yeah, I just got to give it a hot second, assuming it'll let me download it. Damn it. Stupid fucking... God, I hate some of these downloader websites sometimes. All right, there we go. All right, let me add it onto here. Son of a bitch. Okay, we'll end the night with here, Lardy B's STFU. Let's see how it sounds.
I'm evil. Last name Knievel. Off with your head, guillotine, medieval. Cigarettes and sex at the back of the cathedral. Better pray for better days. You don't want the sequel, I'm addicted to bodying these bitches. Manic on my minutes, brain splatter in the kitchen. I'm twisted. Tie you in a knot. Make you wish that you was never born. Watch you ride.
I mean, I kind of want to throw a cake at the TV now. Just to be honest. I did not like the gimmick, but never hated on her. Just wasn't into it. I respect the music and the lane she's in. She's definitely got a following. Honestly, I fuck with it. Like, I fuck with the idea of Lardy B. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the fact that she's just like parodying Cardi B, and I'm not a fan of Cardi B at all, that immediately is a win for me in my case. Although I remember that she performed at the Gathering, I think in 2021, and the entire time people were just throwing food at her, and I was like, this is it. Like she's not a juggalo, but she's really embraced the whole fucking culture and shit. You know, like I'll give respect where respect is due for those who that are introduced to the juggalo shit and don't shit on it. Like I feel like that there's like a respectable camaraderie there between the juggalo community and Lardy B. And I'm pretty sure that she's gotten to fucking let some juggalos lay some ninja pipe in her at some point. But that's neither here nor there. I'd fucking do it.
Call me the body bag bandit. I'll take your life and I'll do it one-handed. Dead girl, dead girl. I'm fucked up. Shut the fuck up. Bitch, I'm fucked up.
Okay, I fuck with that.
Bitch, go ahead and try to run. I'll catch you by your camel toe.
I really loved that fucking sample that they ended up having in there for Living Dead Girl. Like that was dope that she just threw that fucker in there. that was the shit. Like that immediate, like as a metalhead, like I fuck with that hard.
Creeping like an animal, messages subliminal. 3, 2, 1, shots fired, now I'm digging holes. 0, certified weirdo. Getting rid of you, some could call me the hero. I'm a stick of dynamite, I light you up like C4. Go ahead and grab a headstand, that's what you're meant for. I'm fucked up, call me the body bag bandit. I'll take your life and I'll do it one-handed. Dead girl, dead girl. I'm fucked up.
Like if she continued with that fucking guitar riff, I think that would have just sent me packing.
I'm fucked up. Shut the fuck up. Bitch, I'm fucked up. Break your fucking.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is definitely an outro. Okay, I can like that for as short as it is. Like that's 1 minute and 44 seconds. Two verses. The fucking chorus is basically a sample and a fucking 808. I mean, is that a Limp Bizkit sample too? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not hating on it. I actually would fuck with that. Like that definitely bumps. I'm not gonna fucking dude. I'm not gonna play fucking karaoke jams all night. Like I gotta get to bed at some point, or play Nintendo. One of the two. That's basically it as of the show. Like I was gonna end it with the Sagan UMMO, or Sagan UMMO, as Illegal has phonetically taught me. Play the whole album, right? Yeah, let's just not let me get monetization for me doing a 2-hour show, shall we? No, but like, okay, I fuck with this. I'll fuck with Lardy B. And like I said before, like I love the fact that she has kind of embraced the fucking juggalo aesthetic, and she will fuck, like she fucks with the fucking juggalo shit. Isn't there like a fucking cover, like some like a juggalo track that she fucking covered? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah, like she did My Hatchet or something like that. Yeah, like last year she did My Hatchet, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, somebody ended up saying on okay. Yeah, because like there's a thing on here, like on the My Hatchet, where like at the music video, she's looking at Instagram messages, and somebody ended up saying, "Are you a juggalo now?" And then somebody at Juggalicious, Clout Chaser, I hate people 54, suck my nuts. Drake loves ICP, go away, nobody wants you here. And she's just like laughing off the Instagram messages.
And My Hatchet. Me?
Yeah, so like she ended up fucking doing. Yeah, that song is terrible. Yeah, she did cover a Shaggy song. Yeah, that's the one that she was doing. But then she ended up doing My Hatchet as another track. Let's see if I can find the yeah, she did Ball Bounce. She did a fucking cover of Ball Bounce. Yeah, it was Ball Bounce. So yeah, she fucking did, she definitely, no, that was a Shaggy track. I think it was off of Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker. Or Fuck the Fuck Off, I can't remember which one, but I know that Ball Bounce was a Shaggy Toot Up track. I mean, it's Stretch Nuts doing a song called Ball Bounce, so I would say that makes sense. But yeah, she did a cover of Ball Bounce. She did the song My Hatchet. She's really like, I don't know, maybe she does consider herself a fucking juggalo. I mean, like, we old heads, we know that there's not really any rules to the shit for like what you consider to be a fucking juggalo. It's, you know, like if you're feeling the vibe, then, you know, you're basically a fucking juggalo. Why did I say that twice? I don't know. There goes, you know, yellow dollar coming my way. But yeah, I mean, I'll accept it. Me personally, I would. So yeah, Lardy B, fucking get your fucking jug on. And we'll be seeing Lardy B at fucking Cotton Candy Psycho. You know, we'll be seeing Lardy B at Juggalo Weekend. I definitely don't want to miss the fucking shit because I'm actually curious to see her setup. I mean, for God's sakes, like how many non-juggalos have we seen come through the juggalo, you know, the juggalo stratosphere and have openly embraced the shit, having not been fucking juggalos before, you know? I mean, like we've embraced like DJ Paul. Vanilla Ice has always been a fucking juggalo as far as I know. Fucking Busta Rhymes is another one. Andrew WK. Charlie Sheen as another prime fucking example. Like, but like so many fucking people who have come into the into the juggalo world, saw what they saw, enjoyed the fuck out of it, and I mean, like hell, even Steve-O. Like Steve-O back in the day hated ICP because of the whole clown college thing, but he was kind of a dick back in the day, and now he's really embraced the shit, getting to know, you know, ICP on a personal level, and having gone to a gathering and experienced the shit and loved the fuck out of it. I mean, hell, another one that comes to mind is what's her fucking face? Snow the Product. Like Snow the Product has been introduced into the juggalo shit, and Snow the Product has also been embraced by the fucking juggalos. Tech Nine has been embraced by the fucking juggalos. Tech Nine loves the fuck out of us. As far as I know, like the last show that I went to go see Tech Nine in, he gave the juggalos love. Hell, like when I saw him at Supa Gathering, people throwing glow sticks, and he's like, "Yeah, glow sticks, nigga. Haven't seen them since my ecstasy days," and fucking threw them back into the crowd, gave us love once again. During that whole Hot 97 thing, like he literally stopped the entire show at the show that I went to in Grand Rapids, and he wipes his forehead with his cloth, and he's like, "Where all my juggalos at?" And you can hear whoop whoop all over the fucking audience. He's got love for the fucking juggalos. I think Lardy B's in that same category, not knowing what the fuck to expect and just immediately fucking embraced all of this shit because we were throwing cake and hot dogs at her. And her being a fat girl, I'm sure she likes fucking cake and hot dogs. Probably not at the same time, but she got fucking cake and hot dogs at the exact same time. Like literally somebody threw a whole ass fucking cake over the guardrail and hit her in the belly. But then again, I was on Fuck That Hill watching it as it happened. Wasn't paying attention to the music, was paying more attention to the audience throwing shit at her. I mean, shit, like, we already saw Missy dealing with fucking snowballs and fucking hot dogs at the same time. You know, in Big Money Hustlers. Let's see. Sick Gatermo Ultraviolencia is Juggalo from Sudamerica. Might have to check that out. That'll be for another time. I'm going to get up out of here, though. I've enjoyed my fucking time on here. I think that we've had our plenty ups and downs. It's been a very interesting show. It just didn't get too interesting, I think, until like maybe the half-hour mark. But all right, thank you guys for being here. See you Friday, Illegal. We're hanging out. We're hanging out and we're playing Nintendo, goddammit. Yeah, I've got all the classics. But all right, I'm out this bitch. You guys have a good one. I may or may not do a show next week Sunday, depending on when I get home and how tired I am. So if I don't get a fucking show up on here next week, I'll see you 2 weeks from now. Deuces, motherfuckers. I'm out this bitch.